Morning. Back out here on the wild Ammonoosuc. Got the sluice set up. Water level has actually gone down since yesterday, but it should probably run. And trying to figure out this pay streak. Got a little gold out of that hole over there. Went down there, didn't get anything. Went down there, opened up a big hole, and didn't get really much out of that. A little bit. So I'm going to move across here. Now, this is how you dig a gravel bar. Start at the water. We go across. Now that's obviously not the water right there. The water's over there. So I'll have to go over there and dig a spot too. But in the meantime, this was already dug, filled in. This has all probably been dug before, but this low spot over here looks like I'm going to try that. And we'll see if my piece count increases. So I'm going to be doing this, and I'll bring you back on when I got something else to show you. Alrighty. I moved some rocks out of the way. This low-lying area here. Flip that one over. Going to wait to dig under it after I pan out this stuff that came off the surface. So that's how you find out if you're digging flood gold or if you got to go deeper. So I'm going to go ahead and take this over and pan it out, and I'll bring you back on if I get anything. Okay, so the first pan had nothing in it. So now we're going to go a little deeper in the same spot. We'll pan that out, and if there's nothing there, we're going to move to a different spot straight across here, and we'll figure out where we're going to dig next. And I'll bring you back on for that. But right now, I'll let you watch me dig what I think I'm going to try to get out of this hole. Go a little deeper. We're going underneath of that rock. So. Like I said, I think this is all pretty sure this has all been dug before. How long ago, I'm not sure. But I try to do it as cheap as we can. Obviously, cobbles are a big problem around here. Get cobbles under cobbles under cobbles. I think that should be representative, though. So, don't know if we'll get something or not, but we'll go ahead and start to fill that hole back in right now. And I'm going to take this over and pan it out, and I'll bring it back on to let you know the results. Okay, now I got one speck out of that deeper pan out of that hole over there. And, well, I don't think that's going to change my search pattern. I'm sure there's gold up the bank here. I have to find a place that hasn't been dug quite as much here. There's a few places, but I'm going to continue my search for a decent pay streak. And unfortunately, that means I got to go into this island over here. I'll show you this speck if you can see it. And my next spot is right down there past the classifier on the island itself. Let me show you this speck, and then I got a whole lot of work to do. So there it is right there. Right past my finger, and hopefully you can see it. Anyhow, there's my next spot. And this is going to be some work, so I'll bring you back on after that. Okay, so you see that root sticking out of the bank? I dug straight over there. The deep pan, I got one speck. This has been dug right here. Somebody dug the heck out of it, so must have been something in it, or maybe there was. I've dug right here yesterday, dug down there, and I dug downstream. Now I'm digging on this island right here. And there's a pan right there. If I get anything out of that, we'll see what happens next. I might have to go to the other side towards the river, towards the main river itself. But I'm going to set you up, let you watch me pan this down. And we'll see what we get out of it. I had to move a lot of big rocks to get that to where I could get down in there. And I'm not done with it, I don't think. We'll see. Might have to get another pan at them just to satisfy my curiosity. Surprising amount of gravel's in that. I don't know why it's surprising. This gravels is what this river's all about. It'd be nice to find a clay deposit somewhere on an inside bend or something like that, but I think you can do a lot of digging before you do that. There's places downstream where you got a quarter of a mile across, nothing but cobbles, nothing but big boulders. We got plenty of rocks for this river to wash and flood downstream. There you nugget. Some of these bigger rocks out. Quite a few. Okay, let's push it down some more. Little rocks out. Let's try to spin this back here. A lot of stuff, but I'm going to have to spin that back the other way. I usually do. If I think I see anything in there, I'll spin it back the other way. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything in the top layer, so that means I'm going to go deeper. Probably one pan. Then I'm going closer to the river. And I may end up right back over that side. But we'll see. I'm going to go deeper into that right there. And I'll bring you back on for the next pan. Okay, so I got down in there. I hit water. So I got this thing air out. I scooped out as much of the gravels out of the bottom there as I could get. I'm going to get ready to pan this out. Let's see what kind of stuff we come up with. And if this don't pan out, I'm going over close to the river, the main river there. Let's see what I can get out of this. It didn't need to be here. Oh, it's nice, thick, heavy stuff. If you're trying to rake these pebbles out of your pan, always make sure that your fingers are underwater, the rocks are underwater, and you're not digging your fingers the whole way to the bottom of the pan. Just deep enough to get the rocks out. Get in the wrong area or the right area, you might be throwing pebbles or nuggets away. So I don't think it's going to happen here, but this is gold country, so don't take no chances. And the focus isn't to wash those rocks out. The focus is to just reduce the amount of material in the pan without washing your gold out. start getting the urge to whoosh that rock out, it's time to stop. Re-stratify. And again, flush the light material out. Try to keep the heavy. Start seeing black sand wash out of the pan. Stop, re-stratify. Try to spin that back. So I saw something there. So tap. There is something that'll try to go where I'm tapping, towards where I'm tapping. And work some of this stuff out carefully. Bigger pebbles out of there. Tap it up. Right, we're going to spin it back the other way. You also have to watch for chunks that will roll down, wash down on you easy. Every now and then you come across one of them. Okay, I'm not seeing anything in there. I gotta get to a different place to dig. Gotta find a different place on the gravel bar. Nothing in there. Got to find better diggings. I have to roll a couple rocks back into that hole and go on over. I haven't picked out a spot over there yet. When I do, I'll show you. Okay, that's my next pan. Now I'm going to show you where I got it from. Each time I have to move, I have more big rocks and boulders and stuff to move to get to down to where the gravels are at. I moved quite a few out of that hole. And I'm really curious to see what's in there, so I might come back with a toilet plunger and a pan just to see what else is in the bottom of that hole. In the meantime, take it over here and pan this out. See what we get. I'm not going to just run buckets of material through the sluice, being hopeful. You're going to have a reason to run a bucket. So. I said, I don't know. I may end up back over here on the bank over here. Just to see what kind of speck count I can get. That's where most of the people dig here, dig right over on that side over there. But I've got time to do the process of elimination thing. As long as my back and my legs hold out. Let's see what I can do. Just gonna figure rocks out. That was a good idea. Stratify. Let's just spin that back. Okay, we'll spin it back the other way. And then it looks like I'm going back up towards the bank. not seeing much of anything. A little bit of black sand. All right, so it looks like I'm going back over this way. So I'm going to pause you, and I'll bring you back on if I get anything exciting. So I figured I should share this with you. I'm sitting here digging and digging over there and getting ready to try to get a bucket to run through this sluice, regardless of what kind of material I got in it. And a fellow came down here and he started talking to me. Here, he's a local, and he's talking about his dredge that he keeps on the riverbank all year and how he's going to be dredging tomorrow. And we were talking about gold, and I showed him what I got, Vane Mountain and other places that I have with me. And next thing you know, he's digging a hole over here for me. He's telling me, go ahead down there. He said, there is clay under these gravels. So I haven't hit clay yet. I'm hitting silt, which I presume he agreed was right underneath it, or right on top of the clay. And he wanted to show me something, so we took a hike, and he invited me to a private property tomorrow. It's not going to be easy to get to, but I don't think I can pass it up. Now, he wants me to take my dredge, and it's going to be a climb and a hike, but we'll have to see what we can do. I can't do anything until I go to Concord, New Hampshire, and get my dredging permit. So, anyhow, this all came out of right where he was digging. Got a mound of material over there. I'd say most of it's probably overburdened. But I did get a little bit of gold out of that earlier today. So I'm going to get ready to run this sluice here, do a clean out. And I don't know if I want to dig anymore today. I think I need to stop the store and get a few things put together. Because when I come back from Concord tomorrow, I'm supposed to meet Terry on the wild Ammonoosuc, which is spelled Ammonoosuc. So I finally got that part right, and I'll fix that in my videos. And yeah, it's not all that common to get invited to a private area to dig, and I don't think I can allow myself to pass it up. So anyhow, we're gonna run this sluice. We'll include this in the video. The water's not as high as it was yesterday, so I don't know how well it's going to run. It's probably not as good. I run it nice and slow. Think about what I have to do to get that dredge down to the water at his permission. Or try not to think about it. But then just do it. So anyhow, let me see if I can clear some of this stuff up. Probably not. That's about what I'm going to get, so I'm just going to have to take my time feeding it. Try to keep the capture rate in the long run. Fortunately, I have enough flow for this thing to work here at all. I'm not going to try to redirect the whole river just so I can get a little bit better flow. You're absolutely right, Peter. That's cool. Or cat. Yeah, Peter Edelman. From Germany. It doesn't look like I can increase the flow any at all, so I'm just going to have to run it the way it is. I don't know. I probably won't be able to film much tomorrow since I'll be on a permission. Show too many people on YouTube thing, and next thing you know, people abuse it. So I probably won't film tomorrow. strange things happen while you're out here, believe me. So, we're going to see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to pause you as soon as I can get out of this predicament here. I got to clear out the tailings, and this is going to take a while. Sluice is running slow. So I'll bring you back on for the cleanup. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and clean this sluice out and see what we got. Gotta grab one of these over here. Handy. Let's scoop that out of there. I can see gold on the sluice right now. Okay. Let's see how we fared. There's the concentrates. We'll turn it and we'll pan it down. Got about a half a pan of concentrates. I know there's very fine gold in it. I saw it in the sluice. Get the big stones out. Okay, stratify again. Okay, we're gonna spin that back. Get my eyeball on first. That's black sand. big stones. Leave some of this out. Yeah, there's gold. I see gold. I got gold down the bottom here. I got gold all over the place, looks like. This is going to take a bit. There's a bunch of very fine gold in here, so I want to be able to show it to you. And I'll probably keep these concentrates, even though this gets my grain. Mm-hmm. I hate it when it climbs the pan and you can't get it to come back down, because it always comes back down when you don't want it to that way. thing down again. There's a lot of things about this river that remind me of the Yuba. I can tell you now, this fine black sand is one of them. Start finding gold on this river like I do on the Yuba, I want no complaints at all. Anyway, that's the best clean out I had in 2 days. Not very good, but it's not bad. I know there's more in this. Anyway, I see basically three pieces in there. Maybe it floated. Terrible, terrible black sand. And it looks like I'm going to be doing a hike and some dredging tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know how much. Don't know how much I'll be able to show you of that. But there's. Man, it's hard to say. Right at the end of my finger. There's three little pieces there. Anyhow, it's getting late afternoon now, so that's about what I'm going to do today. But we'll give you something tomorrow. We'll bring something somehow to you tomorrow. Either the results or once we get where we're supposed to go, maybe I'll be able to show you something. But in the meantime, I will see you all next time.